first. First, I need to post a link to Discord. So click to link. That's not right. One sec. There we go. This is the link. Yes. Okay. And there's that. Okay, there we go. That is correct. Alright, everything is probably where it should be and as it should be, I think. So, I do not have Hawkmen yet. I didn't make a thing for them like I had for orcs, but oh well, whatever. We'll make do. Okay, we are going to try. We're going to make an attempt at a hyper-aggressive Blitz the world. Every time we try to do maximal in Warlords, it's a mistake. But he sped it up a lot, but it was still too much. I don't know if we're going to get all the way through this, but we'll try. You know what I'm going to do? We have one for Mountainous. I'll take Volcanic, I guess. I don't know. Let's go for Islands. Volcanic Islands, as far as the eye can see. When was the last time we did Islands? I'm sorry about that. Hold on while I adjust a little. Is that better? Okay, well, I can't get much louder, but hopefully the balance is good now. Who are we gonna play today? We played this guy the last couple of times. We should play somebody who looks more powerful. Which would be all of them. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and forbid Jafar from my world. Why not? We'll be him. Make the audio louder. Why, yes, I can do that. How's that? Okay. So, we're gonna go for a build that's super aggressive. Unfortunately, we can't have both, so I choose Warlord. I choose Alchemist. I was actually thinking about Charismatic, but I'm actually doubting myself on that front now. We definitely need this one if we're going to control a lot of territory. It's mandatory. Now, production. Oh, that's funny. Death is now gold, and life is now production. They've been inverted. Okay, this is still power generation, population growth, and research. So this will help with that. And what else do we really, really want? Everything! But... It decreases the cost of enchantment for casting spells on cities, but it doesn't reduce maintenance cost. So, I'm thinking what we're probably going to end up doing, since we've got this tripling the effects, we definitely want some spell books. Okay. This will give us some production, some gold, some extra population, and ideally, I think we want life. Although a touch of chaos could be really good. tough. A touch of sorcery could be amazing too. But I'm gonna go for the life. Hey there, bro. How's it going? There's not a whole lot I can do here. I'll do the last. I'll push it the last bit here, but this is the extreme limit of how loud it can get for my microphone. It just doesn't get louder than this. I don't know, maybe someday I'll buy a more expensive microphone. Alright, what do we need most? We need Heavenly Light. That costs 9 a turn. I can't cast that right away. I'm gonna go with Heroism. Alright. I'll go with, there. Works better with Rajak's face, that name. Alright, you're probably wondering what we're gonna do. Gnolls with the Wolf Riders are really fast, but Wolf Riders aren't strong enough. They're good very early, but they fall off, and they don't swim through water very good. You just end up with a bunch of wet dogs if you throw them in the sea. That's no good. Lizardmen can cross the sea. Turtles are pretty good. We need something that doesn't rely on enchantments or things like mithril or adamant to make it good. So single figure things like a dragon turtle would be great. Except the dragon turtles move at the speed of turtles, and logistics is everything. So I thought a lot about the elves with their Pegasi. I thought a lot about how good it would be to have longbowmen to hold territory and stuff. High men with their paladins are very tempting, but I think we're gonna go with the hawk people. Yes. It shall be Hawkmen. I don't know. I'm running OBS, and these are the limits the software comes with. As far as I understand it, pretty much every streamer is using some variation of OBS. There are other versions. I tinkered around with one of them for a bit. It had some really cool features, like being able to do slow motion replays and stuff, but meh. I stick to the classic, because it's more lightweight. It's not a big deal when I'm playing certain games, but if I decide to play something more modern, you know, it's better to have lightweight software running. Oh, alright. Book collectors. Oh, what the hell? We're gonna be killing like a million guys. I suppose we want that. Sure. Oh, what do we want? Sky blue, because we're birds and we like sky. Oh, Disneyland, huh? Which one? I'm sorry, I don't know which one is land and which one is world. Is it the one that has like the entire world with the you can go to all the different places and they've got like you walk a little bit and you're in a different country, you walk a little bit, you're in a different country? Is it that one, or is it the other one? I was to one of the parks once, and it was the one that did the thing where you could walk around the world just by walking around this, like, plaza. Ah, you're in the California one. I've never been there. Yeah, I was in the Florida one once, long time ago. Yeah. OBS, so I used to use, back in the day, I used to use several different programs. There was Fraps, there was, anyway, there's a bunch of different programs that I used to work with, and they all had different limitations. OBS is basically just, it is the streamer software. You download it because it's free, you stream through it, and it works wonderfully and solves all your problems, and you don't have all the issues that you used to have with all the other programs. It's very good, and it's, as far as I understand, it's ubiquitous. Like, there are some forks for it, but, you know, I don't know. Yeah. Hey, sup? Alright, let's see. So we need to plan. Currently, our strongest unit is Harpies. Okay, because we have... because we took Alchemist, we have magic weapons already, and there's not going to be any Mithril or Adamant for us, so... we need to plot out what military unit we're going for. A stable gets us... absolutely nothing, because we're bird people. We don't ride anything. Why do we even have a stable? That's weird. Let's see. Arax. Arax would give me Eagle Warriors with a movement of 4. 5 figures. How effective is this? Their first strike. They basically look like our equivalent of cavalry. Bird-headed warriors. Advanced polearm infantry. Yes, I see. They're about 50% more expensive than a Harpy, with double the maintenance cost. They do not get the thrown weapon or the ranged attacks. But that movement speed is worth its weight in gold. I don't think we're going to get anything quite as fast as that. Alright, we need to get at least some economy roaring before we start pumping them out. Let's see. I think we go Granary, City Hall, and then we figure out what we do from there. We're gonna need more settlers, of course. That goes without saying. We're gonna start with Heavenly Light. We're gonna punch taxes up as far as we think we can get away with. There. Okay, that's ideal. For the moment. Yeah, Heavenly Light, and then we're gonna try... we're gonna need to make a Spirit. I wish they were like the Flash Gordon guys, but alas! No, they're pretty cool. They got a whole lot of interesting units. You'll see as we go. You'll see as we go. The most important unit they have is a unit that can carry your army at a speed of 6 over the map. And that's a hell of an advantage. Yeah, sure, I'll take Nature's Witness. I think we're gonna spend most of our casting skill on city enchantments, and yeah. Alright, I can already see places to plant my next towns. That is very good. Next turn we can rush our first building. We're going to want a lot of settlers quick. We've got the combo of Holy Light with Heavenly Light with Guardian, which is a pretty good combo. for keeping our cities safe. We'll probably need to make some quick harpies. Okay. I need ghosts. Well, this is a shitty place to put a city, but that's how it is. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and go here. That's fine. This one will not have a mountain. That's unfortunate. Birds like to roost in mountains, apparently, in this game. Now, why did I go from 10 gold a turn to 9? Oh yeah, maintenance cost on the granary. Right, of course. Man. Is it because I have long had difficulty with insomnia? I just attract... Is everyone who's a fan of me also an insomniac? The magnetic pull, or birds of a feather flock together, considering what we're playing today. We gotta be on theme. I don't know. I like thick lowlander air. Mountains are too thin. But I guess with all those warm feathers and the fact that birds are crazy. Do you know how bird lungs work? They've got like an extra air bladder in them, and they're constantly cycling the air. Like, basically, birds are super efficient with how they do air. The blood runs opposite how the air flows through it. It's crazy, the biology of birds. But the short version is, you could be the most ridiculous mountain hiker who's gotten a really high red blood cell count and can climb ridiculously high, and you'll look up and birds will be effortlessly flying above you still. Way above you. Because birds are really good at breathing in thin air. Alright, we're gonna definitely need a shrine as well. Yeah, I'll drop taxes temporarily by 1, but I've already found our next roost. Also, we need more ghost. More ghost. Never enough ghost action. Yeah, they do. That's, yeah, turkeys and other birds do that. Not just birds, I think other animals do that too, actually. Oh shit, our digestive system isn't as good as our ancestors. What should we do? Eat rocks! Great idea, guys! I have a friend who was using melatonin. She swore by it. I've never tried it myself. I worry that I would lose the ability to sleep without it. So, I don't know if that's something I should worry about or not, but it's something that I worry about. And I was very glad to figure out a natural way of handling my insomnia. It usually works, too. Huh. Okay. What's this? What's this? Targets. That's what those are. Ooh. You know, with the first strike, the Eagle Warriors might be able to take that, but I'd rather just send Harpies. We're going to need a Harpy in every city, of course. But I think the cities can generally make their own, since we don't have any resource to boost them or anything. This is so weird, islands. I'm not used to this. It's been a long time since I've done islands. This isn't enough. I need yet another ghost, but we're gonna switch over to other spells soon. Oh man, I still can't afford that? We are poor. Actually, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna turn mana into gold and use that to speed up construction. We need to be faster. And as important as exploration is, I'm actually going to focus completely on getting ourselves set up so we can begin a conquering. I'm going to make one harpy. And then we need to start producing. You know, maybe it would be faster to explore if I just made a few eagle warriors. Anyway, I'll use the harpy to get a little bit of resources and then just drop it in a city that I view as the most likely to be attacked. Yeah. So we can definitely take Nagas and Phantom Warriors as long as there are no air elementals. Hellhounds are a little bit worse, but we can probably handle that if I put heroism on my harpies. I do. 2 of my cities have it, and the 3rd one does not have a mountain. Let's hope we get changed terrain. I wouldn't count on it, but you never know. I could get it. Okay, do we want anything else? I kind of want that farmer's market. And I kind of want the miners guild. They cost 150 each. So this costs me about 2 cities, but then I begin producing cities faster? I am just going to begin producing settlers on repeat right now. Alright. Well now. No air elemental! Yay! I've even got thrown weapons. If it comes to that. It actually comes to that. My gosh, we don't have any arrows. Alright, that's 100. Not enough, I need more. I had a job where the hours varied once. It was miserable. I've never forgotten that experience. Alright, can't do anything about a koala. But I think the Nagas, I think those are easy enough. Gotcha. I'm just gonna keep turning mana into settlers. Okay, that's great. We need to start the Heavenly Lights. Alright, where do we want to go? That's the question. Could get a mountain over here. Down here there is a river tile at least, but that's a lot of desert. I guess we'll go for the mountain. this is the best tile, but then I wouldn't get a second city. It's good to have lots of cities near your core. Near the core of your power. Okay, that one's almost ready. If I could research Nature's Witness, I could then toss that in as well for some research. We are finding loads of nice places. Hey, no air elemental. That's great. However, this might be a difficult foe. Never mind, he's weak. I was worried I might run out of arrows. Okay, we got him. So, I spent 15 mana crystals and got 100 gold. I think that's a reasonable deal. I did not take Cult Leader, no. I sprang to have a few extra spell books in the end. Since I've got the Procreator, I figured I had to have... Here, we just look it up. I figured I had to have Procurator because I'm going to control a ton of cities. And since I got the triple bonus, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I should pick up a couple of books to get extra resources. And I'll at least have some magic to my name. Alright. I really don't think fighting the Hellhound is going to work for you. Especially without enough mana crystals. I could use you to explore or guard. But I'm going to give it a shot. Yay! They won! 15 for 100 again! Fantastic. So, these little guys managed to purchase a whole settler. They were a good investment. But they're just going to become a town guard or something. Or maybe I'll use them as a scout. I wish they could move faster. Well, what can you do? Okay, Heavenly Light. We need it again. I need to get a little research going. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna use you as a scout. You'll actually be more effective than a ghost. I wish to claim... Man, we're not gonna do roads. I'll tell you that now. Do you think I could fit a city here and... My max population is brutally low. Screw it, I'm taking it. I'm gonna make all the places. I do really want... Let's get the farmer's market up. I want everything. I want all the things. Let's get the farmer's market up, and then we'll go back to pumping settlers out. These other cities are going to need to start producing things too at some point. Like settlers. Definitely more settlers. Well, the Harpy has managed to defeat a Hellhound, and a Naga. So for an archer to be able, for a bowman type unit to be able to do that, they seem to be pretty okay. I couldn't imagine doing that with a regular bowman. They can also move 3 tiles a turn. Let's see, I think they cost more than a regular bowman to produce, but they seem to be doing okay. Altar of Sun? How do I build that? Yeah, that's what I thought. I can't build that. That's not an option yet. What I need to do is settle a bunch of stuff and then start producing a military as soon as I possibly can. Mana to gold. Mana to gold. I wouldn't mind a hero with a noble trait. I'd take a ritual master or a sage too. Please? Can I has one of those? Alright. Hello? I'm at -3 food. Why am I at -3 food? I don't like that. It's because you guys are gaining population. Where's this coming from? Oh my gosh, do you passively produce power too? That's not listed here. Yeah, it requires Tree of Knowledge. That's not for a while. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about us generating power for our population. Huh. Oh, there it is. Ah. Well, that makes them equivalent to the High Elves for power production. Interesting. All the more reason to produce a ton of cities. For now, that's as good as an extra gold, but later that could be turned into research or a casting skill at my whims. What's this? Nope, nope, definitely not that. Okay. Plenty of space to decide to put another city. Probably go with this tile. Man, your population growth ain't so great, guys. You'd think between Guardian and then having the nature book with Pure Curator that we'd actually be pretty good at our population growth, but I guess not. They grow slower than the High Elves, huh? We'll have to teach them how to lay eggs faster. Create factory egg farms. Oh, rust. A valuable commodity in this world. Not much I can do about that at the moment. Yeah, I didn't take cult leader this time. We have found a rich, fat land to send a settler. However, the speed our settlers move is really bad. I might have to make holy mothers to distribute the settlers. Alright. Okay, that can wait. Every turn I don't cast anything, while not casting is kind of wasteful. A turn spent not casting is a turn that I can just save everything up. Though it might be time to consider doing a little research. Nope. Let's consider. Okay. Seven turns. That would be 240 mana. But then I would be able to cast Nature's Witness on all the cities to get the research rolling. Huh. Produce a mill. Oh, does my capital not have access to a forest? Oh no. That's tragic. I'm gonna have each of you make a harpy. A single harpy. After which I'll decide, but I'll probably end up making settlers next. Alchemist makes it a lot easier to just produce your military units wherever. Alright, our capital should be quite a bit more productive now. Still no sign of the other wizards somehow. More. Can't afford that. I'm still contemplating trying to put together a tier list of all the military units in Master of Magic. Man, do I wish we had a file editor, though. It would make it so much easier if I could just line up all kinds of different units to just all in a row and test against them. Test different things. Ugh. If only we could edit a save file and just spawn in enemy units. I don't always have the opportunity to have mountains. I need to, so it's really important to me, the way I play, that I take every available inch of territory around me. I really, really hate when enemies can build cities near me. This means if there's no mountain, I just have to put a city here. There's no mountain, but that's just tough shit. I have to put a city here somewhere. If I do not, somebody else will put a city here. And I don't like that. I really, really dislike them having cities near my territory. Oh, that's a hard one. We need a unit with missile immunity to take that one. Yeah. I also consider forests to be really important for the Foresters Guilds, but you can't always get that either. Oh, I hope I pull change terrain. I really do. Alright, first mill operating. Second mill, not yet. Hello there, Regis. How's it going? Alright. I really might need Holy Mothers to move around my, Are we able to build a boat? No, we cannot build docks of any kind. Okay. So yeah, these settlers can only move one space a turn until I either get Floating Island or Holy Mother. I don't need the Tree of Knowledge for Holy Mother, but I would need a cathedral and what? And what? Oh, and a temple. Oh, okay. I'd need a monastery, cathedral, and a temple. Then I could make Holy Mothers. Oh, they're expensive. But this would allow my settlers to move quickly around the map. But it's very, 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 very expensive. So we won't do that yet. Not yet. Alright, buy that. Good. Excellent. Not so good. Not so excellent, guys. I may have to reduce taxes. An outpost has 0 population. No, the orcs were doing great. But then the game crashed. And I was like, okay, it was the second time it had crashed. We fixed it the first time. The second time it crashed, I was like, alright, we're going to do another game. But yeah, no, my orcs did fantastic. The orc legions were stupid OP with buffs. There was only one significant opponent, in my estimation, and that was Ariel. Tlaloc, all I needed to do was disjunction his one spell, and he wouldn't have been able to compete. Okay, let's see. 13 more, Alright. Yeah, the orcs tested very well. I ended up with a lot smaller islands than I was expecting. This will be interesting. On this kind of map, a sorcerer would have a major advantage. So the plan is we gotta start knocking opponents out as quickly as possible so the end turns don't take too long. That's our true opponent. The end turn speed. Man, there sure is a lot of them, though. Oh, come on. 19 more? Wait a minute, I can do that. Okay, after that, you will produce one harpy, which will pacify the population. Then I just need to do the same over here. Yes, that is correct. That's why I have so many opponents. I contemplated taking Spirit of Community as my opening spell, but the maintenance cost of 9 a turn seemed like it would have been too much for at this point in the game. Would be nice to research into it, though. Okay, we have our next one. More population equals more better. More cities are also an important consideration. I'm gonna put it here in hopes I can wedge another city in over there. Okay. How close? Ah! That's a bit. Looks like it's time to start casting more heavenly lights. Yeah, but as I said, it crashed again at the end of the stream, and it was like, alright. Yeah. I was reasonably certain that it was going to become a Spell of Mastery race. And it was just going to come down to who can get it first, and Ariel had dropped Enlightenment. So I had already proven I couldn't crack capitals, but if it came down to it, I could throw 9 Great Drakes at her capital, followed by the hero stack. That's probably how it would have looked at the end, because she would have been able to out-research me, but I could disrupt the casting, in theory. Hello, friend. Who are you? I can't take that with one harpy, but neither can you. Alright. If I make a few harpies, I can take that. It's a bit of a flight, but it's worth it. The lack of money, you say? And yet the extra power they produce is equivalent to money because I'm an alchemist! Oh, hello. Oh, well. Take care, James. Thanks for dropping by. Alright. Can we trade? Gotta give me something better than summoning circle, man. Alright, well. I need to figure out where you guys live. Barbarians, huh? They have really good shipbuilding. just need a few hawkmen to go north. Ah! It is my theme song, composed by Wings of Memory. Our very own Hadriex theme song. Okay, what is this city going to do? I want the economy buildings. I think I need that much. Then we can produce settlers on repeat. I think that's how it should be. Each of the cities gets one harpy to guard it. The capital. The capital is special. It'll get no harpies to guard it. It'll get a harpy later. We're gonna ship. I figure 4 will be enough. Gotta offer something better than that, man. I think the best way to make money as hawkmen is just to have more hawkmen. But that's how I feel about every faction. Alright, then settlers on repeat. Gotta hope that Heavenly Light plus Guardian is good enough to hold my cities. Oh no, definitely not. 2. Okay. Alright. Excellent news. That was sooner than I expected. I have not played either of those. I grew up with Transport Tycoon Deluxe, but I've never tried any of the other games with Tycoon in their name. I just didn't have them growing up. Okay. Somebody's gonna have to produce more food. The unfortunate price of having all of these harpies. Alright. Oh, we need more resources. More. Our expansion is not yet fast enough. I'll get by with 3 harpies. We've got a 4th one up there. Even if a couple of guys, even if a couple more enemies produce enemy archers, it'll probably be okay, right? Maybe. Maybe not. I should get one more. I've heard that Roller Coaster Tycoon is supposed to be a lot of fun. I've actually never heard someone mention Zoo Tycoon. For the Sim series, it was SimCity, SimCity 2000, and then Sim Farm. Those were the ones I played the most. Alright, I think what's going to need to happen is we're going to want to alternate Harpy and Settler going forward. I'm going to go ahead and build that. No, I'm not. Let's go Settler, Harpy, Settler, Harpy, and then we'll try to produce... We'll probably switch to trying to get those Holy Mothers really soon. I only need one or two, but I definitely need them to get to disseminate my settlers. I can have one of these cities produce the Harpies for those three. Any second, they're gonna start having wandering monsters show up. I'm constantly worrying when that'll happen. I usually lose a couple of cities a game to wandering monsters. Skeletons might be difficult for me right now. Should explore this sector. Yeah, we should begin exploring that way. I'm gonna send you off into the distance. Okay, you're gonna need to go back there. We're gonna be fighting there soon. So much territory that could be filled with cities. Okay. That should alert me then. This, gotcha. Our gold income is not rising quickly enough. I blame the harpies, the greedy harpies. 1 gold a turn? Do they think I'm made of money? Harumph. Harumph. Sending that one that way. We're looking for more people to chat with and potentially trade with. Yes? Ah, but I'm already researching that one. Nice offer, but give me a spell I wouldn't learn on my own. Web would work. I'm not sure that that'll be in my spell book. Okay, still at 3. That's a good sign. Ha! Yes, buy it now. Well, I'm on my way to conquer the orcs. Where can you get this mod? Well, you happen to be asking the right person. Sup there is the guy who makes it. He'll hook you up. This mod is still in development. You should be aware of that. It is subject to continual change. I would like you to have that. Yes. Build, my cities. Build! Yes, yeah, it's the only spell we're not even researching anything. Like, we're all in on expansionism. All in. Supplementing our poor income with all the mana we can generate. Okay, they're almost here. Ah, good. What to do with you? Settling here. I'd better take this tile. Or that one. Yeah, go take that one. Oh, you are definitely ready to start producing your own stuff. Okay, those are your essentials. After which, you'll probably be producing settlers. Alright, just make a few harpies. I need to get them into all the cities ASAP. Listened to a supernatural mystery thriller on audiobook today. Most of the book was pretty good, but the ending was very unsatisfying. As all of a sudden, like we've been doing detective stuff, then all of a sudden at the very end, just as he's found the body and things are starting to come together, it's like the author ran out of pages and just went, and he goes home and finds a note on his fridge telling him, meet me at this place. And I'm like, oh, don't do that. Call your friend the other detective. Bring a whole bunch of backup. Don't go there alone. What are you doing? He walks in there. And then the murderer is just like, let me tell you all about my scheme. Here's how I did it. This is a character who had like one tiny scene and nothing in the entire novel pointing at them as the murderer. What? Why are they just confessing to everything? Oh my gosh. This person won't stop bragging about how incredibly smart they are and how thoroughly they plan everything when they're literally just sitting there with a gun pointed at the detective. What's your big ultimate plan? Did you secretly sneak a bomb under his feet? What's gonna happen here? What does the detective have any thoughts in his head? What's going on? And the detective just kind of jumps backwards through the door and runs, and does get shot, but, and is bleeding out, and then the ghost strikes a terrible blow against the villain, basically, and I'm like, why? After 10 years of being dead, why is this the moment that you in particular struck? If only the detective had done something to empower the ghost, the story would be cool. But no, he didn't do anything to power the ghost up. It just suddenly did this now. Because it's a very frustrating ending to what had been otherwise a pretty good novel. Oh, you had to burn down the granary, did ya? Alright, that cost us a few units. It is distressingly far from my territory. We're gonna have to get settlers back and forth to connect things, but we have the orcs. I need these. Oh wow, we do not have very many orcs though, do we? Oh yeah, we need a shaman in every city. Oh hey, hoplites! Oh wow, we can make a hoplite already, huh? You know what? To protect this investment, I definitely want a shaman and a hoplite. I will leave one of these here. We need to get the population up. They even have a desert tile. Not too shabby. Let's get the population up a smidge, and then we'll see what we can do. Shrines are worth 2 now. I didn't notice that detail. Oh man, I want to rush more buildings in these cities, but now I want to rush buildings for the orcs as well. We need more money. But the orcs are eating my gold. They have a negative to my cash flow right now. Libraries? Magic markets? Economy. Why would we need that? No, the magic markets would actually be really good, but, you know. Alright, you guys need to explore a little. Oh. Buddy. I will accept. Man, he wanted that spell badly. I can understand why. He's peaceful. That doesn't actually mean as much as you might expect it to. But, you know, whatever. Alright, I need... Okay. This city over here needs a harpy. And its population growth is so bad. I'm just going to get them started on buildings now. Hopefully that'll help. Alright, all these places are going to start producing settlers as soon as they can. Alright, I have... I need to produce a few more of those. Fair enough. I would say 3 more. Then I might just push economy buildings in the capital and push my way towards Holy Mother and hope that the other cities can get their settler act together in time to meet it. Otherwise, the settlers have to crawl through the air. Somehow, they're carrying an entire wagon through the air with them. I suppose I should be impressed, but I'm just kind of annoyed that they move at 1 tile. And that bird people don't like fish. That's also annoying. Did it? I need but a single research point. I'm pretty sure if it was 0 turns, that would cause some kind of bug, so I'll make sure it's at 1 turn. Come on, guys, we're gonna find out where this Hadriex guy comes from. Okay, you're up to the Miners Guild. You'll be up to the Miners Guild as well, so both of those will start producing the settlers soon. Okay, that's where the next harpy goes. That looks like it's getting ready for the Heavenly Light. Alright. And we have a new spell to start casting. We are actually going to start getting the research rolling finally. I need a combat spell. I could use a summon. Guess I'll take this one for now. Okay. Alright, let's focus on the orcs for a bit. Where are my oinks? Alright, you've reached a population of 2. That's not much, but it's something. Let's quickly belt out a couple of units to help keep you safe. If I can get all of this constructed, I could then put you back on housing and it would be amazing. Wow, your shaman takes 7 turns to make? Huh. Well, I'll just pay up. Sure. And the next turn I should be able to rush the hoplite, and then that will be the best defended city in my empire. Which is good, because it's so far away from the rest of my empire. Yes, I need them to procreate. They're not good at that, so we'll have them focus very hard on it. We're focusing very, very hard on it. But for some reason, when we put a whole bunch of guys in the room watching them and encouraging them, it seems to make them nervous. I don't quite get it, but you know. Alright, shaman in place. Hoplite. Hoplite here. Yeah. And then we've got the bowman. It's my standard defense. Shaman, bowman, something that melees. That's what I'll consider. I basically consider that the minimum defense. None of my other cities have minimum defense yet. Ah, good. Okay, you're done with the harpies for now. Alright. go ahead and pick up. It takes 30 turns to pay for itself, but then that maintenance cost actually. I don't know. I'm going to just ignore you. Get the Mechanicans Guild. And then it's gonna be Monastery, Temple, Cathedral. Flappy. We're only gonna need a couple of her for now. As much as I'd like to continue to rush all that, I think I'm going to give more effort to my orcs. Alright, you look good. How much do you need? That's a little too much. That's right. Paladins. Paladins are a fantastic find. I can have the mothers fly them to all my cities. Ah. Mass healing, potentially, eh? Alright, now my capital is guarded. Oh, you came in at level 3, did you? Well, that's nice. I would be worried about how much I just spent on the hero, but thanks to Noble, she's also essentially a gold mine, so... no worries there. Somehow we're gonna have to expand to the north. Meet up with the orcs and our future high men. That wouldn't be entirely amiss. Maybe. Skeletons are a bit hard for you. Oh, come on. There it is. Yep. Exactly. It's a great find. She even helps protect the city. Since my capital otherwise had paper-thin defenses, like everywhere else. But healing can be a force multiplier. What's in here? Crap, we should have brought our silver arrowheads with us. $135. Not bad. Not a bad return on investment. Our income is starting to look decent. Alright, the Crocodile Man is here. Let's see if we can trade with him. He usually has some life. He's usually got some life in him. Oh well. It was worth a shot. This world is a little difficult for me to navigate still. Alright, a few more buildings. And then we'll have them push their population up a bit. And then we'll try to get some settlers around. Aha! Four wizards! Alright, we'll have to do something about this. Pure blue? Oh, that's a little unexpected from him. Gotcha. Let's see. We Where's Raven? There's Raven. And Sasra. Oh, my turn again. Let's see, I think the next one was Freya. And the last guy, well, he's not worthy of being put up as one of my opponents. And nah, not that guy. I don't even have a portrait for that guy. That's how insignificant he is. Two more after this. Everything else is going well. Two cities are busy producing settlers. That miners guild's about to come online. Our income is rapidly increasing, both magical and gold. But we must have more. So much more. I want to start the Blitz, but it needs to start out with a settler blitz, I'm afraid. find out. Got it. Add another 100. You know, it's funny, right after I stopped playing Terra Invicta, they went and did a major update to the game. Added a whole ton of stuff to it. I have confidence in you. Warlord and everything else, you guys should be pretty intense. You're gonna have to do better than that, come on. You're practically sitting on their heads, surely you can hit harder than that. Where's this one going? I guess over there. Hold on. You're gonna need to send it a troop. Meanwhile, that should result in a rapid population growth when I switch back to housing. We've got all the pieces in place. Oh, jeez. I don't know, honestly. Maybe if they keep updating it, and maybe depending on the mods, I might come back to it at some point. Why do they keep offering me spells I can research on my own? I'm not entirely sure, like, what they would need to do to make their game good. I pointed at a bunch of things. There's a bunch of stuff I think is really cool that I really like about it, and there's a bunch of stuff it's got a bunch of flaws. I like a lot. I'm not sure that there's a simple answer for this one. I mean, I don't want to go and be like, oh yes, a complete overhaul, but I feel like it should get to the space combat. I think the game needs a focus. Okay. I can put it into words. Yes, I think I might be able to put it in words. Okay. But you'll be able to come up with a ton of counterexamples to this argument, but man, this is the difficulty of being off the cuff. Like, not sitting... If I were to sit down and make, like, spend a couple of weeks building out my arguments and make a big old essay on it, it would be one thing. But, you know, whatever. I'll do the best I can here. So, for Terra Invicta, what's the game? What is Terra Invicta about? What are you doing in it? That might sound like a silly question, like, well, you're fighting aliens. No, I'm not. I didn't fight any aliens. 36 hours into the game, I killed one alien. So, what are we doing in Terra Invicta? Why, we're fighting other shadow agencies. Yeah, the servants and the protected. Was I really, though? I was stealing from them, I was spying on them, but was I really fighting them? I don't know. What was Terra Invicta about? Was it about building spaceships and mines and colonizing the solar system? Ah, that's not really what it was about either. That was in the game. That was definitely in the game. But that wasn't what I was spending my time doing, was it? So, for a comparison, let's say I wanted to play a game of Factorio. What would I be doing in Factorio? Well, I wish to dig up iron. Let's see, digging iron by hand is slowly. How do I dig more iron? Build a factory. Okay, now that I've got the iron, I want to research and do the tech tree. How do I research technologies? You build a factory. Okay, I want to... Oh no, I'm being attacked by biters. Oh shit, what do I do? How do I get enough bullets and turrets to fight them off? You build a factory. Okay, I want to build a spaceship and go to other planets. How do I get a spaceship? You build a factory. What do you want to do on those other planets when you get there? What do you think you're going to do on those other planets when you get there? Factorio, I know exactly what the game is and can explain it to you very simply. Darkest Dungeon. I can tell you what the Darkest Dungeon is, and all the elements of the game all come together to create the experience of the Darkest Dungeon. XCOM, every aspect of the game was about fighting aliens. Did you want to research technologies? How did you research new techs? You fought aliens and dragged them back for dissection. That's what you did. And why did you build more bases? Because you wanted more radar coverage that you could fight more aliens. Like, again, it was a game that knew what it was. Terra Invicta doesn't know what it is. It's filled with cool shit, but there's all of this unnecessary, extraneous stuff in the game that doesn't contribute to the experience of what it is. And I'm sure you'll come up with video games that are counterexamples. Well, what about this video game? Like, what about Minecraft? Yeah, I know, there are sandbox games, but let me tell you, Terra Invicta is not Minecraft. It's not trying to be anything like that. It's an unfocused mess, and I don't want to keep picking on the fact that they put climate change in the game, but it doesn't belong in that game. I explained in detail how it absolutely fit in with Alpha Centauri, like central to that game, worked very well in it, but in Terra Invicta, it adds nothing to it. And, well, let me just ask you straight up. If you were designing a video game about aliens invading the Earth, and the aliens were terraforming the Earth, and it was spreading on the map, you could see the spread of alien plant and animal life on the planet, and giant alien monsters were coming up to attack. Don't you think that it would be the aliens that would be terraforming your climate and altering it? Wouldn't that... You're making a game about fighting aliens. In theory, shouldn't the aliens be the ones messing with your atmosphere? No, that's not what's going on. It's just, oh no. They were tracking what was it, 3 or 4 different gases, how much of each gas is being produced. They were tracking 3 different ways that it was affecting, that the climate was changing, like sea level temperatures and all this different stuff. And I'm like, why is any of this here? What does any of this have to do with the game I'm playing? What is all this unnecessary information? All these additional numbers tracking on my screen. For what reason are these numbers here? And I don't know how the game can just be fixed. Like, it's not going to be a simple thing. It's going to have to be Terra Invicta 2. Right? But maybe with mods. Maybe if they keep working on it and then I put in some good mods. Maybe. Like, I feel like the ingredients for a really good game are there. I feel like the ingredients for a good game are present. It's just not... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was being very repetitive with the counselor actions. Whack-a-mole is a good way to say it. That's not even the problems I'm referring to, but that is true. That is a problem you could fix. You could fix the whack-a-mole issue if that was specifically what you were working on. You could fix that. Well, I guess you're going there. And you can take this fellow with you. How's the orcs doing? You gotta pop up to 5. Keep going. We're gonna need to get boats and settlers out of you soon. Because it's gonna be a little while before my capital's ready to produce the Holy Mother. No, they didn't ask themselves what their core gameplay loop was. And that's why, I don't know, they I don't think that they had a good vision of what their game would be while they were developing it. Oh shit, our cockatrices are out already? Are you kidding? Oh no. I don't know how to deal with those. Should I distribute a ballista to every city? I don't know. Let's hope we can handle one cockatrice. Let's hope we are able to handle that. One harpy versus one cockatrice. Who will win? Oh, hey, a new friend. Yeah, I know. I can't believe it's a frickin' cockatrice coming at me. Alright. Well, I have a choice. Black Sleep or Heroism. One's a 50-50 chance. The other's, well, it'll work, but it wouldn't be enough. Okay, we've only got 3 shots. One, two, three. need to take a step back and shoot. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to shoot the first shot. I wish I had something. Okay, that's very promising. Point blank shot. Alright, Guardian plus Heavenly Light is pretty good. He's pretty good. But we're definitely gonna need better guards. And soon. We're definitely gonna need better guards soon. Sure, why not? Kali. You're as good as any. Boop. All right. Hey there, Burley. Another high then, huh? Alright. Spellmonger time! I wish I had a couple more spell books. There's for Bless. Wasps for Summoning Circle. Can I trade those for something from you? No. How about you? No. And you? Fair enough. You guys need to just keep running around trying to find more wizards. There are more to find. Alright, you two are gonna need to return. Unless you find something interesting over here. Well. Looks like we're going to send out another one. Where does this one go? I'm just gonna put you there. That seems fine. Monastery. Just temple and cathedral left. We'll need to make a stronger guardian, and we'll need to, we need to conquer that Knoll city. The orcs are up to 6. Let me see. You know what? I'll let the orcs populate a little bit more. I think actually we might wait for the whole... Well, no, we should do a boat. A simple boat. Floating island. What next? Let's get Tree of Knowledge. We can trade it to everyone and get a boatload of cheap spells. lot of neutral cities have we found in this world. Then you'll produce a few. Fortunately, the remaining buildings are expensive. But they will produce power. They will produce power. Boy, we have quite the selection. Why? I don't have the capacity to build the buildings from Tree of Knowledge yet. Not enough infrastructure, really. We're trying to do settler spam to set up. Putting you. I know there's something over there. Probably should. Ah, you! You have taken. Oh no, you found the gold and you didn't also take the rust? You're already encroaching in my territory. Alright, let's push that way. We want to take that. Alright, hurry. I don't know what Altar of the Sun does. Ah! Temple complete. One more building. Let's see. That would be a lot of money. Huh? What? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yes! Ah, well, we have something to cast now. A lot of something to cast. It's, you know, not my ideal defensive tool, but, you know, it's fantastic for upping taxes. And it provides a little defense, and... Oh. Can't let an opportunity like this pass. All right. Go. Go. All right. Meanwhile, oh look, a rebel. How unfortunate. We'll just simply deport our rebel. Actually, we'll slap down a monastery. Alright, I think this is everything we need. get trireme, and then settlers. It's gonna go settler, bow, shaman, settler, bow, shaman, settler, bow, shaman, settler, bow, shaman. Yes. Okay. Sounds great. Alright. So, skeletons. Well, now. Probably all the way to a Mechanicans Guild now. This one should do the same. Our economy is going to start roaring soon. Alright, first, we have no unrest in our kingdom. Let's fix that. Okay, let's start here. It is time for a torrent of skeletons to spill forth into our lands. We should have 8 units in every city by the time I'm done. I never mind kicking out a couple skeletons onto the map, because when enemies declare war on me, they tend to attack them, and it gives me a chance to throw spells at their units. Keep them coming. We can wipe away all those rebels with some fun skeletons. No, it's gold to mana now. We're going the other way for a little bit, at least until this sorcery conjunction ends. We want all the casting skill we can grab during this period, while it's on discount. Might as well hook that up. Okay, this one is now good. I'll just do it. Enjoy. Make a farmer. Do your part. Okay, our capital, amazingly, despite all the religious buildings we're building, has a rebel in it. And this is unacceptable. Happily. I wonder if anybody else will take Dispel Magic for one of their spells. We should go through them. Alright, you're just here for whatever these guys do. Soon. And the Revel issue is solved. Next city. Skeletons are just great. They're just awesome. One of my all-time favorite spells in the game. And to think, in the original game that shipped way back in the 90s, skeletons were straight up the worst summon in the game. They were just the worst. Ooh, hollow bones. Did you know that birds can breathe through their bones? Birds can actually breathe through their bones like a straw. That sounds too insane to be real, doesn't it? Like, that just sounds like I'm making shit up, doesn't it? But it's real. Apparently. Or so I'm told. Maybe I'm just really gullible. It does sound completely insane. It does sound completely absurd. Doesn't it? Like I'm just a crazy person for saying that. We've almost got our cathedral. God, it takes so long for a settler to get anywhere, but once this is done, they'll move 6 times as fast across the map. It'll be great. I don't know what you're talking about. I hope my pact isn't broken because of what some ghost is doing. I'll check the map. Yeah, the way birds breathe is so insane and impossible. I was describing it earlier where they had like just all this physics that go into how a bird breathes is just insane. But I guess you could say they're way, way better at breathing than we are. Because we can't breathe at those altitudes. Again with the cockatrice. Oh, this one brought largs. How about that? Well, I sure hope that, whoops, my cities can handle it. So we're going to try the same strategy we did last time, but I have a little more casting skill now. I might throw a black sleep into the mix this time. I was expecting more enemies to be ground-bound, like, you know, Phantom Warriors and stuff like that. Forward 1, fire. Next up, roll the dice. It worked! And up close and personal. Wow, they didn't petrify. That's weird. I thought some of them would fall. I was wondering if I'd lose the whole thing, but didn't even lose one somehow. Okay, there we go. Okay. that point, I'll reconsider. Same goes to you. Alright. You can just kind of scoot your way that way. Alright, let's see. You're up next. Casting skill rapidly increasing, already bearing fruits, as I can produce skeletons faster, combat spells more plentiful, all around great. Rebels will be a thing of the past. And then I'll raise taxes again. Skeletons per city. Simple. Alright. Things are coming together. Things are really coming together. In a couple of turns, we'll raise taxes to the maximum value. And we'll begin shuttling these around very rapidly. And I have a few more cities that are going to start producing settlers as well. We should be able to very quickly plant a ton of cities. All I need is someone to trade me Spirit of Community. Under production. I think I need 2. And then after that, you can produce other things. Now, we're gonna need additional units to defend us. What do we want? An Eagle Warrior? I did like their high mobility and all. A ballista is a good choice, potentially. The tomahawks. Armor-piercing first strike is hard to argue with. That's pretty good. Enchantress. I think the Enchantress. I think that's what we want. Yeah, I think we want an Enchantress in every city. That'll be our next goal. Alright. The orcs are now producing their settlers. Oh my gosh, you need another 2. Alright, I will get them for you immediately. 21 turns. It'll be less than that. Our research speed will be increasing. Every turn our casting speed increases. Our gold income increases. Ah. Okay, let's see. I guess it doesn't matter terribly much which tile you settle on. Just don't start sacrificing virgins to that thing, okay? We need our populations to be able to grow. Don't start throwing them into the volcano. Alright, the last rebel is here. Let's get rid of him. Hopefully I have enough money to buy that next turn. Okay. Ah! One rebel has popped up over here. Let's knock him down first. Oh, we're ready? Wait, no, there's two more on the way. We're finally gonna conquer another city. And she's ready. Alright. That is fantastic. Oh, birds with earth to mud. You're not gonna get away from them now. Tlaloc has shown up. Alright, I should go through and see what trades I can pull off real quick. Cycle through all of them. I've only researched, like, what, one spell this game? And we've traded for like a dozen? No, 2 spells. I think I've researched 2 spells. Alright. If only I had a chaos book. Could you imagine? Ooh! Jeez, these are all good. All right, that was great. That's the best thing about having so many wizards in play. All the trading. Next turn we'll be ready to attack. Alright guys, where are we taking you? Oh, you know, that's a great lovely spot. And we do want to head north to connect up with the orcs, so... yeah, let's go with here and here. Another water rebel. Oh. It's not allowed. Once we get rid of them all, we do the tax raise, right? Well, what if I just did it now? That's not worth a lot. That's actually worth a very small amount. What a wimpy tax raise. You have to raise taxes properly. Don't be a wuss about it. 11 gold a day? That's not worth it. Squeeze them harder. Oh, has the conjunction ended? Okay. Ow! Whoa! These guys hit really hard. These guys hit entirely too hard. Oh shit. That was way worse than I expected, and I should have cast it on that one, not this one. Oops. Well, this was expensive. It turned out I brought just enough Harpy to win. Barely enough. That was a lot of losses. Okay. Increase taxes. Alright, everybody who has a rebel, I will now pacify your rebel as well. Yes, indeed. Okay, next up. Man, so many cities are producing settlers right now. Those two can continue doing the housing thing. Ah, our new knolls. Well, we'll figure out something to get you some guards. Make a spear also. We'll figure out the rest later. Yeah, if I had been even one harpy short, those hunters would have destroyed us. Oh, cool. Can I trade that to anyone? Back in the day, it used to give you both enchant item and create artifact when you took Artificer, and then I'd use that to get a relations boost with the other wizards at the beginning of the game while trading into a bunch of good spells. Artificer was so good. And then you are going to go for, I guess, that tile. Which game? Sure, buddy. For now, I shall agree to it. Is that a new game or an old game? That's an old game, right? Oh, see, new friend. Cool. Well, we're gonna do a round of trading, and we'll start with the new guy. Semi-new? It's probably better to make it as strong as possible. I mean, you kind of have to make a judgment call on things. You don't want to end up... Well, back when Pixar was really, really good, they had rules for how they made movies, and one of those rules was the movie is never finished, it's just time that you have to ship it. And it's up to you entirely to have to make a judgment call when your own work is ready to go. At the same time, you have no time pressure, like there's no deadline. Unless you're going for this game just came out yesterday, so I better make the review quick. Unless you're doing that, there's generally no time pressure either, so you can take your time if you're not satisfied with your current results. Need much more. But the skeletons are helping that. Yeah. Well, if it's inside of your audio editor, it's not so bad. Usually, I err on the side of making the music too quiet. Usually, I err on the side of, audibility for the speaking part. I've seen some reviewers, they'll literally stop talking and just turn up the music for a little bit during their review. We could use zombies against them. Skeletons tend to be pretty good against these guys. I could throw down a darkness to boost them as well. But I don't know. Should I? I guess. Heavenly light combined with darkness? Yeah, that's just how we roll around here. Hello there, new guy. An Archmage, huh? Alright, starting with you on the end. Working our way backwards. Nobody's got anything today? That's alright. Alright, and that's a full set! First Orc Settler! Where's their still good places to touch down. Well, how about this isle over here? Out next turn. And return. Looks like this one needs a couple. We're almost done with the skeletons. Then we'll be back to enchant cities. But those will go a lot faster since we upped our casting skill during that conjunction. The Tree of Knowledge approaches. Shan't be long now. It's a slow blitz, but we're getting there. Uh-oh. Oh no. Don't try to turn my ghost into an undead, Mr. Ghoul. That would be very strange and impossible. Okay, yeah, you guys need to build some things, and we'll figure out what to do with you from there. Alright, where are we taking these? Well, I guess it would be natural to expand. He's building the stuff all around down there. That's annoying. Alright, let's take this island next. Skeletons and more. Wait, no, hold on. Okay, this one. The new cities need them. Okay, get your mills up. Get your farmers' markets up. Yeah, I find it helps. I developed this originally with the how-to videos, but it works with a lot of things, including you can do it with reviews too. Take 3 things, the 3 goals that you have for your review, and arrange them in order on a piece of paper. So, for example, you might go with clarity, concise, humor. That's how I did it with, like my how to play Master of Magic and stuff like that. clarity is number 1 in this case, with concise and humor being 2 and 3. So you make it as quick as you can, so long as it doesn't lose clarity. And you make it as funny as you can, so long as it doesn't become, you know, longer and less, you know, as long as it doesn't lose concise and clear. And you can arrange any 3 things in any order you want, but it helps a lot. And it's not absolute, like you're not a slave to it. If you have a really good joke that you think is really funny, then, you know, you can add a few lines just to tell it. In the case of a review, clarity doesn't have to be number 1. Just look at Fleekazoid. Or what's his name? I can't think of the other guy that has the really, really crazy Elden Ring reviews. Half the time I don't know what he's talking about. But it's hilarious. Is that it? Every single point of unrest is gone. Excellent. Then we need to start popping in some heavenly lights. Rushing in more and more buildings. The enchantresses will be here soon. I don't know how good, like being able to cast a black sleep is pretty amazing, but at the same time, you know, rampaging monsters, there's a lot of things that are just immune to black sleep. I'm uncertain how good enchantresses are. It seems like a lot of the time they're a silver bullet, but sometimes they'll just be kind of a dud. I'm not sure. The enchantress is certainly an interesting unit. Soon. Just a few more settlers. We'll think about what we do next. We'll have Tree of Knowledge by then. Need more money. always need more money. Man, I can't believe nobody's up to trade the life spell that makes building or makes settlements settle faster. For the first time ever, I actually have need for it. And it's not here. Actually, I think I've seen someone cast it. Let me check. Maybe I just need a better spell to trade. We'll have Tree of Knowledge soon. They've been casting it. So... before it. Well, I didn't get any warnings on my end. Did anybody else have stream issues? We get them sometimes. Alright then, well. Nope, hello. Well, this is actually terrible. This is a terrible encounter for a number of reasons. Ah, the one with the volcano. I don't know healing. Oh no. Roll dice? The dice did not favor me. Well, one town burned. It was bound to happen. This desert island over here, this looks great for you guys. How about you head down that way? Okay, you guys are gonna head... I think these are some great places over here. Yeah, you're gonna head that way. That would be bad. I let myself run out of resources. Yeah, okay, yeah, alright. It's been a long time since I've accidentally dispelled all of my stuff by not having their maintenance costs. It has been a long-ass time since I've made that mistake. Ah, here we go. Hooray for Easter candy. Great stuff. You'll notice this year that the Cordell cherries, which are normally a Christmas thing, have been hanging around in the stores. Alright, let's see. Let's go plant one over here. Alright, those enchantresses are just about ready. Oh, this one's ready. Two turns. We're gonna get one heck of a trading rush as soon as this is done. Once we get done with the settler rush, we're going to pick a unit composition, and we're going to want all of our cities to start producing that composition as soon as they can. And we're just going to try to overwhelm the world. Knowles too much money. Oh well. I'm sure it's fine. The enchantresses will start to flow soon. But I'm really like that last encounter, I don't know what an enchantress would have done for me there. Like, yeah, I could have cast a spell, thrown a black sleep, but if the black sleep failed to affect the fire giant or the, you know, something. I'm just not sure that this is an adequate defense yet. Oh no. Pillar of Fey. Lost one over here. Let's go plant another one there. skeletons again. I don't know, maybe if I added unswept... I'm just not sure. Maybe a tomahawk in every city would make my defenses good, but I just don't feel like that's right. I feel like I need a paladin in my cities. I do know a place I might be able to get those, though. Water walking. Fine! I'll take anything you guys have. I'll take everything you guys have. Alright, we've got them on all. Nature's witness to all. Sanctify. Though healing and ghouls are quite good as well, it's gotta be sanctified. Wow. Huh. Not terribly useful, but it could have some utility. Alright. We got a bunch of spells. We cleaned up. First Enchantress. They've got poison as well, which is weird. Lower rank magician unit. Okay. After coming of age ceremony, those with strong magical affinity are trained to harness their powers. It's a rumor that their magical strength could be identified by their beauty alone. No. The more powerful ones retain their youthful appearance well beyond their years. Using magic to enhance their beauty. Ah yes, the vain enchantress. Ship full of snakes. Maybe if I put a shield bearer in every city from somewhere. Alright, we'll get a whole bunch of these in play real quick. Then we'll do a little bit more skeletoning. Then maybe we'll sanctify our two holy mothers. Well, they're not really going to see battle yet. I can hold off on that. Well, no, sanctify is good because it reduces maintenance too. back, pick up more. Right when the last one got burned, but didn't spawn a thing for some reason. Another one. This one's got spiders. Now, spiders could be an issue. Spiders could most definitely be an issue. Should have sent the first enchantress south rather than north. We'll just have to see if the skeletons are good enough to hold. Earth to mud will not stop the chickens, and nobody has web to trade to me yet. Not good. What? Am I attacking him? I shouldn't be. This is me attacking him, right? Why? I don't wanna. That's not good. I need this shit. It's important to me. Definitely don't want to start a war with him. No, it happened during his turn. He must have attacked me, but shouldn't the fight have been the other way around then? Maybe I'm crazy. It is pretty late. Wonder where they're going. They should be attacking here, right? Alright, let's see. What are we doing with you? I think I want to settle over there. Well, my ship's okay for now, so that's good. As long as it doesn't get sunk while carrying a settler, Should be hit by the rampaging monster now. I don't think I've ever had a game where I've spent this much time making mana crystals. We have an absolutely tremendous problem here. Web would solve so much. really would. This is a really important city, and it's one turn away from getting its enchantress. Okay, yeah, you targeted the right unit. Okay. For a second, I thought it targeted the spearmen, and I was going to be like, what? What a catastrophic, foolish error on your part. But no, it targeted exactly who it should, so. Alright, skeletons versus spiders. Well, your poisons aren't going to work on them. Now I just have to hope. That's less than ideal. Man, I wish I had web. Okay, they fought boars. That went a lot better than I feared. Okay. And there you go. Now you have a better defense. Alright, we need to distribute a lot of these, and then we need other things distributed as well. Both of you are basically producing your last settler for now. Okay. Our research speed is skyrocketing. Everything is still skyrocketing. But is it fast enough? You know, we didn't get the global. Even Tree of Knowledge couldn't trade for it, huh? We know that they have the spell because they cast it themselves, but nobody's willing to trade. I think Tree of Knowledge should be like... You should be willing to trade just about anything. Any common spell should be worth it. It's basically the most important spell in the game, I think. Alright, you guys, finally off of the settler bus for a little bit. Let's get some basic buildings together. Settlers. Constantly shifting mana and gold back and forth. Constantly. That's okay though. We're gonna go back to making skeletons for a brief moment soon. Then I'm not sure what comes next. Tree of Knowledge needs to come soon, but on the other hand, we're pretty busy with all the other things we need to cast as well. Everyone else went straight forward as soon as they traded it. How many people would be eating it if you cooked it yourself? The turkey, I mean. Magic markets in one turn. Well, I imagine this will have a positive impact. Just picked up your settlers. Why is he doing this? You have no idea how many people will be eating the turkey? Is it more than 3? I don't know, generally turkey, when you get it on sale around Thanksgiving, it's the cheapest meat you can get. So, you know, yeah, generally all my life I've done, you know, turkeys around Thanksgiving and Christmas. Yeah, it's by far the most cost-efficient meat. So, and generally we just cook the whole thing with stuffing in it, and then we do leftovers for quite a while. The whole turkey lasts a while. Couple good spots. I think I should deposit you over here-ish. Okay. I think you should deposit a couple up here. Go. Okay, I think we finished what we were doing there. Could sanctify those guys. I could many things, but what I will is reduce taxes! Or increase taxes, I mean. Reduce unrest. Look at that. 2 points of unrest busted already. Yeah. Those magic markets did a ton of work. We're gonna have this in play soon. That'll be pretty nice. But I'll need to cast it on every city that's gonna be producing an army. Oh, man. Well, I mean, if you can get the butcher to cut it, and then you just cook parts of it, I'm sure that'll work. Okay, here is a much more difficult battle. Could try zombies, then darkness. I could try black sleep. Some of them seem quite vulnerable to that. Could try heroism on the bowmen. I'm spoiled for choice. Could just make boars. Ah, okay. That was the biggest threat to me on this board. Your maintenance cost is only 1, eh? Ooh, they survived. Alright. What can I do? You know, I should have used Earth to Mud. No, come back! Can't believe the bowmen are surviving this. Okay, they are not. Alright, we lost the spearmen, we lost the bowmen. But you know what? I think this city will be okay for a while. Yeah. Yeah, I think they'll hold out. For now. that next boat, huh? I'll just build you a new boat. Ah, yes, you guys. Skeleton. Okay, not this one. That one can't. This one, however, can. Okay. Ah! As I said, I've never actually had that problem. We figured out we've probably had the thing for 20 years. We got a deep bed freezer way back when, and if you're not wealthy, a deep bed freezer is a fantastic way to save money. When something goes on sale, like since we're talking about turkey goes on sale and becomes really cheap around Thanksgiving, you buy 4 turkeys. You put them in the deep bed freezer. You eat one, then later you eat another one, then later you eat another one. Cooking a turkey is a lot of work. It's a whole thing. So, I guess maybe not for everybody, but works great for us. Let's see, let's go deposit a couple here. Oh. Well, I don't know what to say. I mean, yeah, it takes up space. If it was a problem for me, I would just cook it and eat it. So, I don't know. Looks like more of these cities are ready to graduate into having economies. Those are good to have. Awesome. Yeah, it's never even occurred to me that I could take a frozen turkey somewhere and get it cut. I certainly wouldn't be able to cut frozen meat apart. Well, I mean, I suppose if I used a circular saw, but you're not supposed to do that, are you? I don't think you're supposed to do that to a turkey. I don't know. Well, I hope you're able to resolve it. I'll tell you this, having too much food is a good problem to have. If you've ever had to live with the opposite of it, yeah. Probably take a better look at that city there. One for you, and one for you? Yes. And one for you. Oh, well, I can't help you there. When a turkey is cooked, you're going to be eating turkey every day for a while. Probably 2 meals a day at least will have turkey in them as a main component. Yeah, I can't give any advice about what to do about picky eaters. Anyway, we're about to get Just Cause, finally our first global, and it will help with our unrest issues. We have very little unrest, actually. We're doing real well on that front, but as the cities grow in population, eventually there will be rebels. Yeah, the secret of turkey is the gravy. You make a good strong gravy out of the drippings and, you know, different stuff. And that goes great not only on the meat, but on the on potatoes, on all kinds of things. It's fantastic. Now I'm hungry. Okay, what's we got? Oh, shit. Yeah, I need something with missile immunity for that, too. Alright, let's see. Alright, and the next batch goes over this way. Oh. And you can have this. Huzzah. Let's go pick up some more. Next turn that deploys. Alright, I can put one there. Skeleton. Okay, and this one. Yes, build. Build! Build! Build, my feathery children, build! We haven't been getting a lot of offers from mercenaries and heroes. Sure. Anybody want to trade summon hero for something else? I'm happy to trade around. Just Cause has always been one of the... Well, originally it was just fame, but ever since CeraV made it reduce a point of unrest, it's always been one of the most powerful commons in the game. Absolute top tier. Alright. Have you guys done enough? Think about it more in a bit. Let's have you guys slap down a few buildings real quick. we might need a few more settlements. Just a few. We've got a lot so far, but we can always have more. Turns till just cause, and hello, spiders! Oh, you're attacking here again, are you? These Gorgons are busy. I am not sure if that city will hold up or not. Let's hope it can. Alright, I've chased out all but one point of unrest. Back to city buffs. Okay. We seem to be in some kind of peace world. Those can be incredibly difficult, as at the moment you actually do attack someone, everyone dogpiles you, but with this many players, I don't think I have to worry about it. Somebody will pick a fight with somebody. A lot. No, I'm about to finish researching that on my own. It never makes sense to trade for a spell you've practically got already. Almost never makes sense to do that. Okay, this is a huge problem again, but go hide behind the woodshed. Zombies don't like poison. And there's nothing you can heal, so... Oh crap! How are you still not free? I thought for sure the wargs would be free by this turn. Okay. Oh, it's a disaster. I should not have gone with zombies. No, all is well. That town just needs some kind of reinforcement. Oh. Modal? Is Modal one of mine? Sounds familiar. Yep, it is. Ah, we lost our iron mine. Let's see, go deliver one over there. Well, I mean, I guess with that, you've gotta be good now, right? Maybe. Turns till just cause. this is quite the empire we have. I don't have good eyes on anybody else's empire, but I would like to fill in just a couple more spots. But for the most part, I just want to accelerate the economies of all these cities and then start producing an absolutely absurd amount of air traffic to come visit my friends and neighbors. Ever more magic markets. All right. Well, that'll help if that's ever attacked again. Okay, let's see. You need to take that one to over there. Okay. And one for you. As much as I'd like to keep throwing those around, I need to get... Oh, this is expensive. Oh, this is so expensive. Let's finish casting Heavenly Light first. Then we'll consider the big expensive spell. It's very big. It's very expensive. Ooh boy. But it's also very worth it. In the long run. Right now, kind of worth it. I have not cast Tree of Knowledge because I've been too busy casting the other spells I need to cast. This is always the problem. Like, I could be casting Sanctify on the Holy Mothers, and they would become powerful spellcasters. I could be casting Tree of Knowledge, but I'm already using... All my cities already have their hands full producing what they can already produce. But if I keep increasing the economy, which is what I'm putting everything into right now, The economy keeps building faster and faster. I'm trying to snowball things. And things are definitely snowballing. Things are definitely snowballing right now. As long as the rampaging monsters don't get too powerful, we should be pretty good. But even with everything I've done, I can't keep up with all the buildings I need to build. As more and more of these cities come online, demanding things be constructed. I don't know what it is or what it does, but I'm not prepared to build it. I only have one city that could even think about it. It would have to build something first, but this city is producing a critical defensive unit for my cities right now. And all of my other cities are still getting their basic infrastructure in play. The Mechanicans Guild is the end of basic infrastructure when I can think about building more advanced buildings, and nobody's crossed that threshold other than my capital. So, I definitely need Tree of Knowledge. I definitely do. I'm just not yet. Yeah. I'll find out what the structure is. Probably going to be like ridiculously OP. Most of the special things are. Each faction gets like one super OP building now. So it's probably a crazy powerful thing. But I have to actually be in a position to use it. Yeah, the Witch's Coven seems pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, there's so much I need to cast at all times, especially when I've got so many cities building up. The other thing is the spell that I'm casting right now, Heavenly Light, it's also defensive. On top of just straight up giving me... It straight up gives me power, it's economy, but it's also defenses. A huge boost to whatever's garrisoned there. Hmm. Alright, go start delivering those. Nope, this one's ready. Okay. Sprites. That's unfortunate. I don't have a good answer for them. Man, could anybody trade me web? Does nobody have any useful spells for me? Well, no Wraith form. Wow. Alright then, wow. We'll just have to see what we can do against those sprites. gonna have to make this the last turn. Hopefully I can remember all of the different things I'm doing next time. We'll look at the charts, look at the map, see if we can figure out how we're doing. I suspect, because I only had a single city burn down, and we've been pushing the settlers and the economy really, really hard, I suspect that we're ahead, and hey, we finally met the final wizard on this plane. A new trade partner, or just a pile of chaos books? We'll know soon. Note is so good, when will I ever be able to cast it? We've finally heavenly lighted every city. And another orc city is born. Okay, pile those up. We've got most of the cities to get their enchantress, but there's still more to do in that regard. Okay, let's see. Need more cash. Mana to gold. Continue. Okay. Info. Let's start with the cartographer. Our empire spans all of this. That has to be good, right? But everything else we know about the world is pretty spotty. Perhaps this will help tell this tale and... Oh no! I'm in 4th place according to this. I thought I would have been in 1st place, but I am in 4. And 2 rivals are actually pretty hot. They're hot on my heels. This is concerning. Well, militarily speaking, okay, yeah, I'm kind of just lucky nobody's declared war on me then. In terms of power income, somehow I'm way behind. Even though we've got these wonderful bird people and all these magic markets, spell power, again, I'm way behind the curve. Okay, what is Merlin? How is anybody competing with me in terms of population? That's scary. And he's doing it with the high men. Okay, that is terrifying. Huh. Okay. I don't know how big his empire is because it's on the other side of the universe, but... But that is concerning. Oh, yeah. Sure looks that way, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 known cities. That looks pretty good, and it's already contiguous with my territory. So why not fly a little to the north? Swallow this. The other good thing about this is they can potentially produce paladins. If I could get a paladin in every one of my cities, perhaps a crossbow to go with it, Yeah, a paladin and a crossbow in every city. That I would be confident in. The enchantress Harpy does not fill me with great confidence. Yeah. And they can have very high resistance indeed. Yeah, I know, isn't that weird? It seems like it, but now we got at least one barbarian here. I swear nobody's at war with anybody, but then you see something like this and you're like, well... Let's see, so aside from the barbarians, who else do we have? Okay, we do have what might be a gnoll player. Yeah, definitely a gnoll player, a barbarian player, an orc player. No, wait, no, you're also... Anyway, seems like there are a lot of people, a lot of men. But we can't really see the world. We only see these little narrow tunnels that I've dug. Okay, maybe... Okay, there's definitely an orc player. Possibly a nomad player up there, not sure. Can't tell with just one city. But, yep. What would we have to do to take all of this? Well, sanctified holy mothers leading the armies would certainly help. But we might want more than that. I kind of want to just keep playing, but I know I need to go to bed, so I better do so. So until next time, and every time, this is Hadriex, signing off. Still not sure if I'm going to continue with Blaster Master tomorrow, or if I'll switch over to Journey to Silius. I probably should keep going, but I'm afraid, like, this boss has got such a hell of a run back, and I'm afraid the next boss is only going to be worse. I should probably keep playing it. I don't know. I have all day to decide. Bye.